One of the projects that I think is really great was a set of circular economy strategies for the Old Oak Common and Park Royal Development Corporation, and that looked at how circular economy could be applied and what it would mean for both employers and businesses, but also residents of a new district in West London. It looked at food and the biocycle and how nutrients would flow through urban areas. It also considered technology and a clean tech hub. You know, how does innovation, how do businesses work together, how do you get a cross-fertilization of ideas between sectors? It considered what it would mean for buildings themselves and the built environment and how they adapt to change over time. And it also considered sharing communities. So how do you foster a culture of sharing resources and maximising the value of resources among residents and businesses in a community setting?
I'm a huge fan of Fairphone and what they're trying to do with tech at the moment. I think they've just released version 2, and I'm a huge fan of how if anything breaks in the product, they can quite easily take it out and replace it. I know they started at University in Amsterdam as well, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of what Fairphone are doing.
I think it would be prudent not to mention the Waste House in Brighton, which I think is a really nice, simple and practical way of being able to apply circular principles and can actually be mainstreamed probably in terms of lots of people being able to adopt those principles.
One in the construction sector, which is very powerful, is Cleveland Steel and Tubes, who have repurposed steel from oil and gas industry, wind turbines, etc. And they've been used in structures like the Wimbledon #1 court, and also in the Olympic Park. Some of their steel was reused in that environment.
One of the recent examples I would say is Advanced London. They have presented a brilliant example. The only question I have is whether it is sustainable in comparison to virgin materials, what they have been doing. So if that is sustainable and if they can prove that, I would say that would be one of the good examples of circular.
My favourite example of a circular system is planet Earth, actually. And what I really worry about is that it's becoming less circular because we're undermining the ecosystem, and that prevents the kind of flows that really should be happening from happening.
What I like is that when you've got a case study that brings together lots of different examples of best practice. I'm fortunate enough to work with Advanced London and the LWAB offices, and we were very lucky to have our furniture in there. But I've heard today about some of the other suppliers that have been put in there, and actually that's a great opportunity for anyone who wants to see how should I approach this. If you can find someone that's pulled together lots of different suppliers and see how fantastic the result is, then that's a great case study.